Okay, we're back here at Beamer and Son Garage, people. We survived the coronavirus. It didn't get us. I think we had it a couple months ago. It was a really bad upper respiratory infection I had some 3 or 4 months ago. It done went around out here in the town I'm in. But they're acting like it just now hit, and they shut everything down. And they got a protection order, or not a protection order, but it's a stay-at-home order. Starts at midnight tonight in Ohio, and that's where I'm at. And today we're showing we're survived it, and we're doing our 4-doors today. We're calling them our quad cabs, and here's one of them right here. This is one of my son's favorite cars here. We bought this from a guy by the name of Dave Eads, and it's a '68 4-door Skylark, and it had a little 350 in it with a little 2-barrel, and the engine, apparently, the timing was too far advanced and melted one of the pistons. So we pulled that engine out. We put this 455 in there, and it bugs. That Bugs, he comes anywhere where I'm at. Oh, crazy Bugs. What's up, Bugs? What's up, kitty? You're looking for a mouse. You got to be careful around here. If you start a car, there may be a kitten under the hood. Of course, these kittens come in the house, but there's other, stray cats out here. But I always raise the hoods on them and double check, make sure there's not an animal going to be tagging along with me down the road. But that's what we're doing today. We're doing our crew cabs, and we're going to mess with a couple 2-doors, at least one anyways. I got set up over here. We got the 71 Skylark 2-door, and this is a custom, and it's another 455 car. We got it set up. It's been mothballed all winter. We haven't had it out. It's been too wet and just too soupy to try to, mess with this car. And all the gas has been siphoned out. I guess I siphoned the gas out of it. I don't really remember, but it didn't have any fuel in it. So we're gonna try to take the air cleaner off of it. Excuse me, people. I've got the 2 hands to get this baby up there. Okay, there we go. Got it off. Find a place to put it. And we'll stick it over here on the cornet. Yeah, 2 hands to handle an air cleaner like that one. That is a whopper there. It's some kind of Cadillac air cleaner. We bought it at a Cavalcade Customs car show a few years ago. And we put it on this car. And it looked good on this car when we first put it on here. And it looked kind of, sinister. And because this car is pretty mean. So we're going to take a bottle of Lucas that we've used all the oil stabilizer out of it, and we're going to put gas in it. I think it's got a hole in it. There it does. So we're going to fill the vent tube up on this Holley carburetor. And that's a Holley that's on it. And it's got a manual choke cable right there. As you can see that, people. And it's got a manual cable. It goes into the inside of the car inside, and you can manually choke this car. Well, you can see it's a massive carburetor. I think it's a 750, and it's a dual line. Is it a double pumper? I'm not sure. No, it is not a double pumper. It's only got one pump on that side over there. Yeah, it's a one pumper. So there's the one pump right there. And if it was a double pumper, it'd have another arm like this back here. And it's not. It doesn't have that. It's just a one pump carburetor. 750, I believe. And it's a gas hog. I'd hate to see a double pumper on this car. Because we can't hardly afford the gas in this thing as it is. So we're going to try to... Whoa, spraying gas everywhere. We're going to try to get it running. We just put 4 gallons in the tank. It's completely bone dry. And we're going to see if we can't fire it off. And see if we can get it to run on its own. And run on its fuel tank. It's got some fuel issues in it. That we've had with this car. And we're going to try to see if we can't. Let's get it going again. It didn't get enough fuel in it, so our squirt bottle is not the same as the one we had last time. So it's not working as good as it has in the past. I need to cut that little stem right there because we're not getting very much fuel in it. I don't know if that'll work like that. As long as it don't backfire, it might be okay. Let's see what happens. No, it's not going to be nearly enough. This might be a loss here, people. I don't have him to, babysit me while I, 4 feet of fuel. Nah, probably not going to win with this one today. We're going to have to get the carburetor completely full. No. It's just dropping fuel everywhere. It's not picking up in the tank. It's showing a quarter tank on the gauge, but it's just not picking up. Hey, winning. We won. I can't believe it. Winning. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Yeah, we got fuel on the filter, I see. It's full, so that was a win. Still got that header leak we gotta fix. This car's a beast. You can hear it. And this car's bad to the bone. There's no other thing to say about this car. This car's mean. It's a 455 cubic inch big block Buick engine, and what makes it so lethal is it's not really the horsepower, but it's the torque this engine puts out. It has a huge amount of torque, so if you get on this car, you better be holding on to it with both hands, because this thing is wicked. I mean, there's no other word for it. It is wicked. It's bad to the bone. And you better be careful with it, because it'll sneak up on you and bite you. My son's actually a little afraid of it, and I am too. But of course, you've seen me on the channel drive it. I'm not that scared of it, that I will drive it, But I am leery of it, Something with this much power and torque, it could get you hurt. I mean, this car could get you killed pretty easily. I don't see it being very difficult to get this up here. All right, let's try to, sorry about this, people. Let's try to pick this up and put the air cleaner back on it for the night. Trying to get that stud right there. And I passed it. Right there. There it went. Then you just put the wing nut on it. It's really a two-hand operation. I mean, I'm using the camera with one hand, and I don't have, you know, my son here today to help me. But we wanted to do a video because we haven't done one in a while, and we wanted to show everybody what we're doing. And of course, we still got all the cars, you know. I mean, they all survived the coronavirus, and none of them died. They're all still alive. And that's our 71 two-door custom 455 Skylark that we just love so much. It needs some body work and paint, and other than that, it's ready to hit the track. I mean, we're ready to go with this car. So we're going to show you the our quad cab Bonneville. That's why we came out here today. We're showing our quad cabs. We started off with the Skylark 4-door here. And we went to the 2-door because it hasn't been running all year. So we wanted to get it going. And we're going to go for a ride on the quad. We're going to go over the field over there, and we're going to show the Bonneville quad cab. I'm calling it the quad cab Bonneville. It's got the 4 doors. And a lot of people say 4 doors aren't cool. Well, here at Beamer & Son Garage, they're cool. We think they're cool. Sheila hates the quad. She hates it. Look at her. Sheila! The little problem with the choke on this thing is these carburetor cleaned out. There we go. Go for a ride on the... Do you remember how that was curled up last year? I took care of all that. Cleaned all that all up. Knocked all those weeds down. Hey, we're out front now. On a quad, especially a Honda, I was taught from a friend of mine named Gary Caldwell, always look for the green. So if you see the green, you know you're a neutral. Of course, that's your oil light, and that's your reverse light there. R for reverse. So always put it neutral when you're done riding it. That way the next time, you're ready to go. Okay. So we're back out here at our quad cab Skylark now. This is our other quad cab we have. Our 4-door, we call our quad cab around here. This is our quad cab Skylark. And she just got a little 350. It's the same engine that was in the other Skylark. It's not the identical engine, but it's the same cubic inches. 350 2-barrel Buick, and it's pretty torquey too. So we're gonna have to move it. I don't think the quad can fit through here. Oh. Sorry about that buzzer, guys. All these 70 vehicles, 71. So they always had the key on the column, and they have a buzzer. And this is our 71 four-door that we just love so much around here. And it's just so fun to play with. So we don't know how much gas is in this thing. It may run out on us. Whoa! Yeah, what I'm talking about. I just started. You see me started. It was cold. I had pre-parted earlier. Look at that smoke. Oh, lordy, lordy. That should be illegal to do, but not when you own the property. I own this property. I guess somebody could call on me and get me in trouble. And that won't be the first time around here. But I'm not hurting anybody. And I got a 6-foot buffer from anybody around. There's nobody near me. The closest neighbor's over there. There's nobody in that one, and there's somebody in that mobile home down there. There's mobile homes in this trailer park. I got one of the few houses. There's my house there, the White House up on the hill there. I got one of the few houses in this neighborhood. And unfortunately, a lot of them are jealous. They're living in a mobile home and I got a house. So. But you know, it's not my fault. They got what they got and I got what I got, you know. Green again and shut it down. Now this is the quad cab Bonneville that we've talked about, and the other day my son was here on Friday and we stayed 6 foot apart and we took turns here, and this car was all full of garbage. It was completely full of like paper and newspaper, and it's still nasty. You can see that headliner, but we cleaned it out inside. And you can see how much better it looks now than what it did. It was completely full. I mean, about this tall up to the ceiling, just full of trash and paper. And there's some spare parts for it. But we're planning on trying to put this car together. So, you know, it's a Bonneville 66 quad cab. So, yeah, we're pretty happy about it. We got some parts here off another one that we're going to use to try to fix this one up. And so this car, my son said this car had air conditioning. So, I mean, the front bumper is completely junk. So we're going to take the front bumper off the parts one we have, and then try to put this one together. Let's see if it's good that air. Yep, it sure did. It doesn't have an engine in it. It came with a transmission and drive shaft. And that's all it came with. And we do got another car that's complete that has an engine. So that's my goal, is to take the engine out of the other car and plop it in here. So that's, and then we got the Roadmaster, which is another 4-door that recently is coming to light now. We're going to get a drivetrain for it. It's missing the drivetrain. It's a 92 Roadmaster. It's a pretty clean car. There's no rust on it. And my son wants to plop a transmission and engine in this car. And we've got the cross member, and we've got all the parts to put this together. And it's got the blue interior, blue outside. It's a really decent car. I mean, you can see it's got the wire wheels on it. So yeah, we're planning on doing something with this one. And that'll be on a future episode of Beamer and Son Garage. And you can see it's got a big hole right there where the drivetrain was. The guy that had this thing robbed the engine out of it for a S10 swap. These Buicks in 92, 93 and up, they came out with the LT1 350 Chevy. Now this one here, being a 92, it wasn't the LT. It was the one right below it. It still is a 350 Chevy, you know, but it doesn't. It's not the LT. So LT1, but that's okay. You know, whatever we put in it. I have a 305 complete. We'll have to get a transmission or use one of these trains we got around here. We got a couple 400 turbos, and then plop that in there. So we got my motor right there in that red truck. There's a 305 in that red truck. So we may end up plopping that in here. There is a 454 on the property. I don't really want to use it, but we may have to. I don't know. You know, we've got a couple possibilities. I got another 305. I got a 305 in that truck there. That red truck. That's the one we hit with the Omega last summer. And then we got another 305 that I have. And then I got a 454 in Big Red. So that's what we're doing. We're taking an assessment of what we got around here, and we're cleaning cars out. You know, that took 4 cans of full, garbage that came out of that car. Of course, you know, there's 3 more that's got to be done, cleaned out. That's just like that. Here's one of them right here. This is a before shot. You can see what it looks like. This is our GS that we got in a bunch of vehicles we bought. This is not as bad as some of them, but you see the newspaper on the seat? This guy liked to have fires, and it doesn't have a windshield. It's really rough. It is a GS, which means Grand Sport. Right there it says GS on it. So it is a Grand Sport Riviera, 1973. Rollins and his Gas Monkey crew, they're building a 72. I don't think they're done with it yet. And so yeah, but I got 3 of these. So I got another one that I'm going to build. Unfortunately, it's not the GS. I don't think I'm going to put this one together. We're going to build this other one we got. We're going to use this GS and the other one I got down over the hill over here for parts. I got another one over here for parts. Actually, we got 3 of them. I got that one, and I got that one. And I got one more that we're actually building. It's a tan one that's out front. We drove by it when we did a little trip around with the with the Buick Skylark. And that's Christine. That's my hope for a future SEMA build. And there's my 1-ton. That's Old Yeller. We call that old truck right there. We call that Old Yeller. She's got a 460 in it, 4-barrel C6. This thing used to pull the house down, and unfortunately, she kind of fell to the wayside. The brakes went out, and I just parked it. So. But that's us today, Beamer and Son Garage. That's what we're doing. You've seen it, and we'll see it again. And don't forget to like, tag, and share our videos. And please subscribe to my channel. And like I said, like us, tag us, you know, share us, you know, leave a comment and leave a message, you know, tell us what you'd like to see on our next video. And, you know, tell your friends, tell your neighbors about us. Beamer and Son Garage forever, and the rest never. And we'll see you next time, guys. See you then.